Ariel Helwani in Buffalo, New York for UFC 210 alongside Will Brooks, who meets Charles Oliveira this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Will, it's good to see you in person here. This is a big fight for you, of course, after what happened in October. Does it feel almost like we're starting over, like this is the beginning of your UFC career, because you were very focused on getting in that title picture, and then you were derailed a little bit? So mentally, does it feel like we're starting at square one here again?
Nah, man, I never moved backward. I only moved forward. I'll never reset anything. I don't think I went out in that last fight. I lost, but I think I still did pretty well. There was a few circumstances that I should have been able to adapt to and make adjustments to and be able to win that fight. So derailed, I don't believe I'm derailed. I'm still the same guy that people know that I am, and I know how to compete, and I know how to get out there and win, and I'm just moving forward. I never moved backwards.
How long did it take for you to get over that loss? Because I know, it was a bit of a, it was a bit of a weird situation with the failed weight cut and how he reacted afterwards, the celebration. Did it take a while to get over it?
No, not at all. I'm 100% honest about this, man. I was over it that night. The only thing I was really disappointed with was my reaction to his reaction after he won. My ability to make adjustments and adapt during that fight, even after the injury. I've dealt with injuries in previous fights and been able to fight through them. I was more disappointed with allowing myself to get emotionally invested into the fight and being able to blinding myself from being able to make the adjustments to win that fight. That was the main thing that I was disappointed with. But losing and losing, I've been competing my entire life, man. I'm conditioned to be able to take a loss, have a short memory, and move forward.
So I heard that you were on Luke Thomas's Sirius show yesterday, and you said that you were offered two opponents for this. In the end, they went with Charles Oliveira. Anthony Pettis was also on the table. Which fight, if you had your way, which fight did you prefer?
I was actually campaigning. I think if anybody was watching my social media stuff, I was campaigning for the Anthony Pettis fight. When they offered me the fight, they offered Anthony Pettis. They said they were talking to him, but there was some medical things that he was going through, so they weren't sure if he'd be cleared. So the backup plan was Charles Oliveira. Either way, for me, it was like, man, I just want to get back out there and compete. I know I'm better than what I was the last fight. Even though I still felt like I performed pretty well, for the most part, just didn't get across that finish line and get the W, But I'm just going to focus on moving forward, and that's what I continue to do. And I 100% believe that if I stay locked into what I can do, I'll be the lightweight champion.
How soon?
Very soon. I think there's a window wide open to the UFC right now in the lightweight division.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of talent, but there's no guys that have the full package as far as the mindset, as far as the politics of this sport, and being able to connect all of them into one package. And I think I'm that guy to be able to do it. I just have to stay consistent in how I train, how I carry myself outside of my training, and in my own personal life, and combining all that and stay on the right track.
This time next year, are you the champ? Are you in that title picture? Have you fought for the belt?
I'll be in the title picture. I think I still respect the process. I still respect that there's a couple other guys that are making a run right now. I could definitely see a guy like Dustin Poirier, my very good friend and teammate who's fighting Eddie Alvarez, that could put him in a position to fight for a title. I have no problem with waiting on guys like that, and making sure that guys who have worked, and been here earn their spots. And I'm not a guy I'm not big into cutting line. I respect the process, and but I do believe that by next year, early next year, I'll be in the talks.
Is the goal still to get Pettis at some point? Is that a fight that you really want, and if so, why?
No, it was just a fight that I thought would be really exciting. He's a very talented fighter. He's moving back to lightweight, and I just wanted to get back in there. And that's part of the reason why I came over to the UFC, is to fight all the best guys. And Anthony Pettis is a guy that's been considered one of the best lightweights in mixed martial arts for a very long time. And just to have that opportunity to step in there and compete against a guy like that was kind of like a bucket list thing for me in my career. So after this victory, I'll continue to move forward and focus on getting to the title. And if they put Pettis in front of me at some point and he's a target and somebody I got to get through, I'll do that.
Fascinating times in the sport, especially when it concerns your former employer. They're very aggressive these days in terms of signing talent. Have you been paying attention to what they're doing, and is there ever any part of you is like, I wonder what life would be like if I would have stayed there? Do you ever think about that?
No, not really, man. And honestly, I'm so focused. I'm a very goal-oriented guy. I set goals, I accomplish goals, I move forward. I don't look back at them. some of the also with my decisions, you know, do I recognize that some of the decisions and some of the things that I said in the past during the process I maybe would have made adjustments to, but I am where I wanted to be, and that's what my main goal was, is to get into the UFC. I've accomplished that goal. You know, it's been an odd little start to my career with the UFC, but I definitely believe that I'm going to get back on track Saturday and move forward to a UFC title, because that's my next goal, is becoming a lightweight champion of the UFC. So I just keep it moving, man. Best of luck to them. Best of luck to the guys that they signed, but that's not my problem. They don't sign my paychecks anymore, you know?
You're at peace with the decision to come here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I set goals. I went there. I did my job there. I feel like I did it to the best of my ability. I carried myself pretty well as a champion. Again, I made some mistakes as far as social media goes, and outside of that, I think I did my job exactly how I was supposed to, and things ran its course, and I ended up having to move on to my next goal. I felt it in my spirit. I felt it in my body that it was time to move on to the next step, so that's what I did.
By the way, speaking of social media, I enjoy your videos when your baby wakes you up and you're kind of tired and you're looking, you know, at the monitor and things like that. A lot of us can relate to that sort of thing, and it's fun to see, you know, how proud you are of being a dad and things like that. Yeah. So that's really cool. I appreciate you posting that stuff.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. That's another piece to this puzzle that I've had to make adjustments to. You know, it's becoming a new father, understanding the process that goes along with that, and being at peace with that amazing experience. You know, that's another thing that you have to make adjustments to, and that's what I think I've done. And I'm looking forward to the future, man. I'm really excited.
Best of luck, and looking forward to the fight. Should be a good one. Will Brooks versus Charles Oliveira this Saturday on pay-per-view. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.